we are now getting set for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Inner Geekdom Championship match. This match has been getting a lot of buzz. It's been getting a lot of hype from people on the Facebook page, on the Twitter page. Mark Donica will get his chance to become the new Inner Geekdom champion as he takes on the red-hot, newly crowned champion, Jason Justice Inman. There's been a lot of talk back and forth between both these guys. Neither of them is intimidated of the other. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this match plays out. So without further ado, let's check out the new Inner Geekdom Championship match, Mark Donica versus Jason Justice Inman, today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Out of time, so say goodbye. What is yours now is mine, and I dream broken dreams. I make them come true. I make them for you.
All right. Without further ado, let's get into this championship bout. 5 rounds for the Inner Geekdom Championship in 3, 2, 1.
Big day, kid. This is it. This is the moment. This is about you
Still doing that punch.
reaching your destiny and finding your purpose. And when you get out there, they are going to boo you. They're going to call you a villain. You do not need to concern yourself with the opinion of sheep, for you are in the lion's den. And we brought you here for a reason. We brought you here so you could become who you were born to be. This is your moment. And you're going to take Jason Justice Inman, a man so blinded by his own hubris that he cannot see his faults. He cannot see his future. He cannot fear or feel his destruction. You're going to take him and you're going to leave him broken in the arena.
Ken, I have never wanted something more in my entire life. And once I take that belt, the Lion's Den is going to have one more pillar of excellence to add to its record.
You are our tower.
At least they were able to say belt and not have to say title.
Jason Inman is here.
Okay.
Jason Inman is here. Wait.
This is not planned.
No.
I was not aware
Wait,
of this.
Mm.
So I was not allowed to compete in the inner.
This is a long, long time
That all
ago.
your questions were bush league. Let's make this a 3-way challenge
Triple threat match?
for the belt.
Triple threat match right now for the belt. There's a reason you worked in the Inner Geekdom Championship. And there's a reason you're not going to be here today. So sit your ass
what
there
a shame.
and win some more matches until you are worthy.
I have been chasing this belt for a year. Last year, I begged Christian Harloff to let me in the first Inner Geekdom match ever. He wouldn't do it. This is my shot.
And your winner by way of technical knockout,
And your winner!
Oh, gotta show that again. And again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mark the Enforcer Donica, and I'm here to get some work done. Winning is my business. My first match being a Fatal
You a
5-Way
Star
is
Trek
a
quote,
gift,
yet you don't
because
know
I am
much
allowed
about
5
Star
victories
Trek.
at the same time. Every single one of those people is going down, and I'm going to continue. Who are they? Doesn't matter to me. They're in my rearview mirror.
so winner today in his first match ever, Mark the Enforcer Donica. Wow.
you think you're good at this game?
Such a good
I
guy
know I'm good at
theme,
this
though.
game. You just saw my performance.
We did.
I did.
You know what?
We think you're very good too.
Well, you know, maybe if we did a little something with your image to make you Lions Den ready. I don't know. Yeah, how would you feel about maybe joining our faction?
I think we should do a little bit more talking.
Okay, I'll take that. Oh no!
Time ran out. Ah.
What is happening here? What is it? The Lions Den, those two guys. Oh my God. The faction, that's the guy that's fighting. Mark Donica. I can't believe it. Yeah! Winner! Donica gets a play for the title. The Enforcer.
The big daddy cool Diesel, he did lose to the charismatic, energetic Shawn Michaels.
The Lions Den
In your house,
knows
good friends,
victory.
better enemies.
The
The whole
longest
bar
reigning
match.
tag champions of all
Diesel's gone.
time.
Never seen him.
All time. And it will be just as easy as me taking out Jason Inman. He wants a world of heroes. He's a hero for the people. There's no such thing as heroes. I'm coming for that championship. I'm going to win it. I don't even remember the name of the guy I beat.
But you are going to have to defend that belt against
Yes.
a newcomer.
Yes, against a newcomer. I'm a little disappointed with that. I want to be facing off Rachel Cushing.
I mean, listen, Rachel Cushing,
even you,
absolutely.
Emma,
Oh no.
So Mark Andreyko. What is this? What is this?
What's-
Look, take a shower first before you get into somebody's personal space, please.
Yeah, the Lions Den's already rubbing off
Yeah.
on him.
Rachel Cushing didn't earn the opportunity to face you for your championship. I did. I'm 2-0. I have one of the best.
I'm 3-0.
I have one of the best records as a
Wait,
newcomer,
You're
and I will
3-1.
continue that record by taking that Inner Geekdom Championship from you.
Oh, what do we got here? Going through the old museum of memories?
Yeah, I figure since I'm champ, I'm just gonna take things.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, is that how it works? Look
That's
at
how it
you.
worked for this.
Just take these.
Jason Inman from the
Steal
plains
shit.
of Kentucky. You're a champion now. I'm so
Yeah.
proud of you.
Don't
That's
touch that.
good. But you know what?
Don't
You've
touch
got
my
a little bit of nostalgia going on. Nostalgia is the death of success because you get lost in it. And I can look in your eyes. You're lost in your own past. But I've got the future. Champ, come on in here. Try that on for size.
It's only a matter of time
Mm-hmm.
before this image gets changed up and that championship gets on my shoulder.
Look, lost boy. This belt staying where it is. It's not going anywhere. So why don't you go back to the plains of whatever geographical region you can't remember and just, just keep watching movies. You'll be good. You'll be okay.
My favorite
Okay.
thing
I'll see you later.
about a cocky champion
Mm-hmm.
is that they're easier to beat.
Mm.
See you soon, baby.
Don't touch this belt.
Hashtag don't touch this. Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, Jason
Don't touch
Inman,
this. Ding, ding, ding.
You're next.
The ultimate geek. Winning a belt gives you the notoriety of the ultimate geek. Well, that you should keep that belt. I'm no geek. Bing. Bing, 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 ding, 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 bing, bing,
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the movie trivia.
Hello, Mark.
Showdown. It is
Hello,
the Inner
Emma.
Geekdom League. Emma, it is the Inner Geekdom Championship. A belt is on the line between Jason Inman
Everybody's
and
wearing
Mark
green.
Donica. Miss Emma
It's like
Pipe, how are
St.
you?
Patrick's
I
Day,
just
only
great.
that was
You know,
last month.
apparently last time they liked my pronunciation of some of the names in this Inner Geekdom League, and so they brought me back for more. Here we are.
You are green no longer, although you are repping the Green Lantern. Is that a green Hornet, a Green Arrow situation?
Try again.
Is that
Let's not
an
mention that
elf
movie.
of some
That-
sort of Lord of the Rings
We're
film?
getting a little closer, a little closer.
A hobbit?
No
I'm
hobbits.
out.
It's people, magical people. they go to a school and...
Oh, it's Hogwarts. It's some sort of Slytherin or house, whatever. We are in the house of the Schmoedown, and in the Inner Geekdom, you look at a guy like Jason Inman, and what a run this guy has had. He wanted that belt for a long time, and then he just started crushing fools left and right, including a very respected competitor himself, Hector Navarro. Jason
He also
Inman came
said
in and
somebody was going to come up with him at ringside.
You call him a triple threat
and
because
that
he's
we
good in
never
singles.
guessed who it
He's competed
was.
very well in there. He's gotten close to a belt there, and then he was one
Jonathan Frakes.
answer away from owning
So,
a team
I was
title
counting on
belt,
Riker.
and now he finds himself defending the belt that he got from Hector Navarro against Mark Donica. Your thoughts on Jason Inman?
I mean, the thing about Jason Inman is he's such an interesting competitor because, as you say, he's so strong across the board. I think that Inner Geekdom is definitely the league wherein he shines the most. And I am curious to see if things do not go his way today, if that's going to affect his performance in other areas.
And I think I can speak for Jason when I say that the Inner Geekdom belt is the one that he would cherish the most.
Oh,
of
absolutely.
Any of the Schmoedown. He loves this stuff.
He
eats,
loves
breathes, and sleeps this stuff. And then you look at a guy like Mark Donica. Now, Mark, I know you guys have history. Mark Donica is somebody who has come in and really taken the league by storm because I think he might have the record for the shortest amount of time actually being in the Schmoedown and already getting a title shot, going up against a very formidable opponent, though he may be. So what's going down with Donica? He got in the Lions Den, but not before you talked to him for a
Listen,
little bit.
Mark Donica came in.
makes
Mark
sense.
Donica and I
He's
go
been around for
way
a
back.
couple
We've done
months.
shows together forever and ever and ever. And so, you know, he comes in. He has this fatal five-way match. He and Adam Plavitt go toe-to-toe. He comes out on top. Obviously, he's a very strong competitor. And then, as he's going into his match against Jarrett, I was like, you know what, Mark, I'd like to make you feel welcome here at the Schmoedown.
Sure, you were very nice.
The Fife Club is here for you if you need us.
Wearing
And then
green in
he
that too,
goes
which
and
knows.
sides with Tom Dagnino.
Who would do such a thing?
People with no taste. That's
Crowd's
who.
not happy about it. I mean, since then, the Lions Den, he's joined them, and they have really been, for lack of a better word, just harassing the champ at every opportunity. They put into interviews, they accost it backstage, so really creating a lot of havoc in his life. And so now, finally, Jason Inman gets the chance to, once and for all, I don't think for all, but for the time being, shut up Donica, and by proxy, the Lions Den. Mark Donica has a chance to, he's already made a statement in this league. He could put an exclamation point on that by winning a
Yeah,
belt.
he's got
and
a chance to
taking it from
become a
Jason Inman.
pretty big
Fireworks
player
about to
right
go down
here.
They
Emma.
certainly are. Listen, I am always a Jason Inman fan, big supporter of his, but today, man, pressure's on, Jason.
She's wearing the glasses from, what was it Lucky Charms? This is the classic cereal?
Nope. These are from Zenny Optical.
There we are, Zenny Optical, shout out, and I will shout out my favorite mom and pop restaurant, Arby's, as we throw to our pre-game competitors,
I thought you were gonna say
Cheesy
Waffle
Cops, with
House.
their interviews. Let's take a look.
Schmoedown Super Friends, if you remember, I had a hell of a journey to this ring. Destiny followed me all the way for justice to be claimed in the Inner Geekdom Championship. I am the people's champ. I am your champ. I am the Inner Geekdom champion.
Well, hello, Schmoedown fans. Are you here to witness history? Well, yes, you are. We have
Where's
with
Tom?
us Mark Donica. Snyder, look at this man.
He's a big, beautiful mountain of a man.
Yes.
He's what
Big,
the Lions Den
beautiful
needs.
man.
He is what the Lions Den need, and he is
Very
a
poor choice
winner.
of words.
I'm facing this guy. He should go against Rachel Cushing. He should go against Jay Washington. He should go against Robert Meyer Burnett. He should go against Hector Navarro before he gets a chance to step in that championship ring. Because I'll tell you what, if he takes this belt from me, and he won't, he will not be the people's champ. He will be the thieving champ.
He has a title shot already. Do you understand that out there with your little Frankie numbers, little tracking scores on your Google
Oh, calling out
spreadsheets
Frank
and your
Janish.
podcast? Are you tracking
Bad
his
move.
career? Because he already has a title shot.
If you look at my path to this belt, I had a harder climb than Mark Donica ever thought about. Mark Donica, who can't remember certain names of X-Men movies, yeah, go back and watch it. He spins away from MCU movies. There is nothing on that wheel that I am afraid of. Not one single category.
Jason Inman, you call yourself a hero. You know as well as I that there are no heroes left. The people consider you a martyr, a statue to raise, and you're gonna fall. You're gonna burn. I have no respect for you.
You know, I'm not really afraid of them. I'm more afraid of their grooming habits because, dear God, most of them need a haircut, and you do not want to be near them. I mean, it's going to be the toughest thing about today's match is going to be being that close to the Lions Den because there's a smell.
When the dust is settled, Jason Inman, these people aren't gonna see you for the hero that you claim to be.
but for the fraud that you truly are.
The Lions Den's afraid, and that they're scrounging for everything they can to hold on to these belts. Well, sorry, fellas. I'm going to slap your hand away. You're not getting this belt.
Hashtag, get off my belt.
I mean, that is Jason Justice Inman through and through. He is confident. I wouldn't use the words cocky or arrogant. He toes the line.
I
He
would.
wouldn't like Gramsci. He walks up
I
to
would
the line,
definitely
and then
use
he's
those
like,
words.
I don't think I'm going to cross that just yet.
I think I would actually list that as one of his strengths, is towing the line between being
When
arrogant
you use
and
the
just being
term,
confident.
don't touch
And
my
then you
belt,
have Mark Donica,
that's
who's
cocky.
a very different kind of performer, if you will, at least in the pre-show interview. He's tearing everybody down. He's raring to go.
Yeah, I feel like 2 seconds in the Lions Den, and suddenly he's gone full kitten.
If you could go back and you could say, man, I wish I'd never talked to him, or would you make a harder play to get him into the Fife Club?
I think I would make a harder play for him to get into the Fife Club, because the Fife Club wants strong competitors in our faction, and I know that Mark Donica is very good, and I believe that underneath all the bullshit and the terrible fashion sense that he's acquired since hanging out with Tom Dagnino, there is still a good person.
Luckily, us here on the answer desk have great fashion sense, as you can clearly tell. I'm in my classic suit. Emma clearly repping the color of Luke Skywalker's coolest lightsaber. Let's go to the tail of the tape. Emma, what are some of the strengths of each one of these Inner Geekdom competitors?
First up, you have got the challenger, Mark Donica. His strengths include Star Wars,
Towering over
Marvel,
people.
and
Definitely got
towering
that.
over every other human.
He's a big Wookiee. Big Wookiee.
And then you
Big
have the
Wookiee.
defending champion, Jason Inman. His strengths include, of course, Star Trek, being part of Team Trek, DC /
Kind
Marvel,
confidence.
and being confident
Not
but
really
not being a
kind.
dick about it.
Don't touch that.
Just towing that line. Emma Fife, are you ready to get this thing going?
I am ready. Are you ready, Mark Ellis?
I've never been more. I've been ready for a few things more than this, but not the SATs. Let's get it going. Let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
For the introductions, we turn it over to the legendary golden throat of Christian G. Harloff. Take it away, sir.
Introducing first, the challenger.
The babyface theme again. It just
representing
don't
the
work.
Lions Den, with a record of 2 wins.
How can you boo the Rocky theme before he takes down the big Soviet?
The Enforcer, Donica.
And that's talking some junk to Sam.
Now he's the Sultan?
Now Donica. And that's
He's the Sultan now. Where's the Iron Sheik? Where's Colonel Mustafa?
Like horrible people in cut-off vests.
A lot of yelling, a lot of cut-off,
Dono
a lot
time.
of denim.
Ken Knapsack bringing Sam Whitmer into this. Sam is very busy and important. Ken, just, leave him out of this, please.
It's great that Ken is acting as a roadie for Donica, where Donica is dressed like a roadie for Backman Turner Overdrive.
That's very true.
Getting the microphone adjusted
Okay.
here. Okay, Mark Donica all set, and we go back to Christian for the champ.
And his opponent, representing Team Trek, with a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat. He is the 2017 Inner Geekdom Star Wars Player of the Year. He is the reigning, defending, undisputed Inner Geekdom Champion, Jason Justice Inman.
Wait a minute. Mark Riley? Ah, he's Clark Kent. He's Clark Kent today. Ah, the classic Superman.
No, I didn't even know it was Jason Inman until he took those glasses off.
And now here comes after
The classic Superman. I was actually watching a lot of those this weekend.
Super everywhere you look in this intro, Emma Five.
So many S's, except it's not actually an S, it's just a symbol from the planet of Krypton.
It stands for hope, I believe. And Mark Donica maybe has a hope here as Riley and Donica exchange pleasantries, if you want to call it that. Ken Knapsack wishing well to his competitor, and Jason Inman takes a sip of his blue cupped water, as does Donica. The competitors are seated and ready to go. Welcome into the dojo, gentlemen. This is the Inner Geekdom, and this is a championship match, which means what? what? You guessed it. 5 epic rounds. The more you know about Geek
In case you're
Stuff,
wondering, my
the better.
favorite
In
classic
round
Superman
1,
episode,
you are
Mechanical
going to
Monsters.
have questions from a bunch of different nerd-approved categories. 10 in total from 10 different categories.
Gotta bring out the classic Superman. You're gonna make me want to watch him again tonight.
An answer. There is no stealing in
fact,
round 1. The questions are asked to the field. Once you do so, please write down your best attempt at an answer within the 15 seconds allotted. Once we ask you to show your answer, please reveal it to the cameras. At the same time, please announce it into the microphone. Keep in mind,
classic
your
Superman
3
right there.
rules, which you can
Volcano,
use to
Underground
repeat a
World.
question or
Like
stall
Underground World 2.
tactically,
Forgot about
or
that
you
one.
have a challenge.
Mechanical Monsters, there it is. And Terror in the Midway, the one with the circus with the big
The
gorilla.
Lion's Den is ready.
Love classic Superman.
Kind of rubbing that in.
Not the whole Lion's Den.
Fight Club a little bit. Jason, Justice, Inman, are you ready?
For the heroes, let's make it so.
Okay. Emma, I feel like that was a quote from Star Trek. I can't confirm or deny that, but it feels
It's from
like
the Orville.
that's been said. From the Orville, the classic show. Here we go. In round 1, your first question comes from a world that Jason might be a little familiar with. We're not sure about Donica, and that is Star Trek. Your question is, in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, which of Kirk's senses is beginning to fade with age?
I mean, it happens to everybody. Honestly, it's unavoidable.
It happens to the best of us. Father Time is undefeated.
Losing it.
5, 4, unless you're Tom Brady. 3,
hearing.
2, 1. Eat your avocados, kids. Jason Inman.
It is his eyesight.
It is his eyesight, Mark Donica.
Sight.
He's got sight as well.
All right.
Had a 50-50 shot. I'm guessing he wasn't
Question
losing
number
his sense of
2 in the
smell
Lord of the
or
Rings.
touch.
What is the name of the Ent that Merry and Pippin meet in the Two Towers? A lot of groaning from
Lord
the
of the
crowd on that
Rings.
one.
From the crowd.
I mean, I understand them.
I didn't know that they made movies about Lord of the Rings.
They do. They make
And that's why I
movies about
appreciate you, Emma.
lords and
5,
rings.
4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Donica.
If a Tree of Life.
That is correct for 1 point. And Jason Inman?
It's Treebeard.
That is
Okay.
also correct for
If you
1
wanted to
point.
give us a hard
Hey,
question,
at least
you should
got
ask
the
us
tree
who
part
voiced it.
right, but I like
Tree
I
Beard.
didn't write
Tree of
questions.
Life.
I just
We
say
can
them.
Spitball
I don't think
these
it's a
at the
9
bar
reference.
across
My
the
apologies,
street
Emma.
afterwards. Your next question comes from the world of the MCU. In case you guys don't know, that stands for Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
Thank
That's
you.
not the
Really?
question.
Thank
The
you for
question
that.
is,
What is that?
what is
Marvel
the
Cinematic
name?
Universe.
What is the name of T'Challa's younger sister?
The crowd
Emma, I
it's
feel
a
like
tough crowd
we're
here
under
today.
fire
Yeah.
here today.
You know,
These are not. Ask somebody on the street these questions. They're not going to get
I
most
think
of
if
these
we
answers.
just go over to the Chipotle and ask somebody, they're not
5,
necessarily going to
4,
know.
3, 2, 1. Doesn't matter. Jason Inman.
Shuri.
That is correct.
Shuri.
That's
They
right.
got it right.
All right, question number 4 in the category of Harry Potter.
I've heard of that.
In
Great.
the Harry Potter
More
franchise,
stuff I don't know.
what is the first name of Professor McGonagall?
Oh, so easy. How could you possibly ask a question that's so simple?
So
You beat me to
simple.
it, Ellis. That's what I was going to say.
Oh, well, it's...
All right,
Yeah,
5,
we've
4,
subdued them.
3. We're going to give them 3 seconds
Bob.
next time. Donica, you're up first.
Minerva.
That is
Correct?
correct for 1 point.
Minerva.
Also correct.
All right.
I mean, either we have 2 really strong
I'm not
competitors
doing very
or 2
well,
very,
in case you
two
hadn't
easy
noticed.
of questions.
You kids get one more answer correct. I'm turning this bus around. We come to the world of DC. These are DC-related movies. Your question is, how many Christopher Reeve Superman movies were released in the 1980s?
Got it.
Somebody very
Somebody's
excited
excited about movie release dates, and it's not Scott Mance because he's not singing about it.
5, 4, 3, 2,
2.
1. Justice.
That is 3.
Correct.
3.
Oh,
All
Nailed
right.
it.
Well, that's it. We gotta go. Based on your promise,
that's
my
true.
brother.
the old bus
Superman
All right.
4 was
Question number
90.
6 category is The Hobbit. In
Great.
the unexpected
Lovely.
journey, what turns the trolls that captured Bilbo and the dwarves to stone?
They're writing down
They
their
are.
answer
They're-
awfully quick. I'm just happy to be in their
I
company.
can't wait to hear this
Go to
answer.
5, 4,
Let me hear it.
3, 2, 1. Mr. Donica.
The Sun/Dawn.
We'll give you
we
that.
will take that. Sun.
I did the same thing because the question wasn't very specific.
Yep, that is correct. The sunlight.
All right.
Okay.
Not only are they
Now I
getting
know
everything
that.
right, they're arguing
Now I
about
won't
the
need to watch 'em.
specificity of the question.
We're geeks!
If there's
we're just
one
a
thing.
few questions away. I mean, if they get
By the way,
next
do you
4
need a full
questions-
shirt? There's a Target right down the street. I will buy you a full shirt with
This is a
sleeves.
Well, that'll get everybody
wanna know.
loosened up.
Oh.
Your next category is from the world of the DC Extended Universe. The DCEU, and the fans not happy with that. They've made quality movies. What are the 3 artifacts that Steppenwolf is after in Justice League called? They're literally laughing us out of the building. I mean,
I also, as a DCEU,
Yay, I'm
thing,
gonna
I
get
thought they
one
canceled
right.
that.
it's
And
still
it's from
going
the
on. They have
awful
9 current
DCEU
Jokers.
movies.
5, 4, 3, 2,
The mother
1.
boxes.
Jason Inman.
Yay.
Mother boxes.
That is correct.
Mother boxes.
It's
Yep.
correct.
All right, here we
And-
go.
And I'm laughing.
Yay, I got one right. Yippee,
The
yippee,
toughness of the
skippy,
question is
hoorah,
very appropriate.
yay.
It's just that we just have a lot of real dorks in this studio
So
right
just
now
people
that know
who
the
are-
answer to
Ah,
everything.
come on.
Movies about people in tights one too many times. All right. Next category is Star Wars. In The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon took a blood sample from Anakin to get a midichlorian count. Anakin's count was over what amount?
I'm guessing it's not
Specified number
9,000.
is over.
Yeah.
And
He
you
did.
know-
I think he took the count with a woman's razor, if I'm not mistaken.
I
You're right.
believe I believe it was an Essence
Yeah,
razor. I believe.
Essence. I think Schick
5,
perhaps made it.
4,
They're makers of razors.
3, 2,
150?
1. We go
150
to
something.
Mark
Donica.
Donica.
Over 50,000.
That
It
is
is not
incorrect.
correct.
Jason
I
Inman.
said 900 or more than Master Yoda.
Also incorrect. We were looking for 20,000.
Over 20,000.
Over
Well, that is
20,000.
A little more
technically
than
over 900 as
How
well.
dare us for not remembering a number?
Yeah.
That's right. Well, hey, everybody was complaining
And
about the ease of the
midichlorians, no
questions
less.
before. So now we go to Marvel movies. Marvel movies. These are any movies that are based on Marvel characters. What was the name of the scientist who was helping Bruce and was contaminated with Bruce's blood in the Incredible Hulk? Yeah. Yeah, we stepped our game up here.
Exactly. Bringing it back to movies
Yeah.
less people have seen.
That's right. All right. 5, 4,
I have no
3,
idea.
2, 1. Jason Inman.
Is it Samuel Stearns?
It
It
is.
is.
Okay.
So it's not Jason Inman.
It is
No.
Sorry, no.
That's very, but you know what? That's very kind of you, Mark
Samuel
Donica, to
Stearns,
say that
that's
he
right.
thinks Jason Inman is an actual
I wrote down his
scientist.
This
code name.
is somewhat of a scientist and Jason Inman and
Blue.
the crowd.
All right,
Mixed on the
final
joke.
question in round one.
Hey, that
Question
wasn't right.
10
That
is
was real
mixed
one
bag.
was.
Where was Shredder's secret base in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze?
Finally.
Wait.
Something I know.
What was the end of that question?
Where was Shredder's secret base in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze? The end of the question was the title of the movie.
A great
It
movie.
can be worded
I mean,
different
I
ways.
believe that's why you're wearing the color green.
Pretty
today,
sure I
is
know what
because
I
in
do
honor
love
of
Ninja
the
technically
Turtles.
is.
Yeah, that is fair. It's not the reason I'm wearing green. but
Repeat the question,
I'll
please.
take it. Okay.
That's a JT rule.
Where was Shredder's secret base in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze?
Secret base. It was.
I mean,
It was
there's
a
there's great
landfill
song in that
dump.
movie. Isn't that the one with the Go Ninja?
Scrap
Go Ninja,
yard.
go, go.
Raft.
Something.
Yeah, Ninja Raft, that's a good one. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Landfill dump
1.
scrap
As the
yard.
sun fades on round 1. Mark Donica.
You weren't specific. New York.
Cannot accept New York.
accept New York.
Jason Inman.
They never specifically say it in the movie, but it's either a landfill or a scrapyard.
We will take
We will
scrap
accept
yard.
scrap
Yes,
yard.
we will.
Yes, that
All
is
right,
a landfill.
so that is a
we
point
would
for
accept
Jason
as
Inman.
well. A point, and Jason
Yeah.
so close to
I
a
knew
perfect round, but nonetheless putting up 9 points. Mark Donica, pretty impressive
know my
first round
Ninja
himself
Turtles
with
2
7 points.
stuff.
It appears that both competitors just got bored
about
of
ready to
getting
do the
correct
Ninja
answers.
Raft.
Yeah, it's true. It seems like, they were all on a roll, and then they just
And
decided,
now
you know
ice
what, we got to make
beat
this look
your
more
heart
challenging, so
out.
I think they started missing on purpose.
They
but-
did their best, and we move on to round number 2. In round
Let me put
2,
my Superman
each
thing
competitor is
back.
going to have 5 questions. Those questions come from a category determined by the Wheel of Destiny that is now on stage. If you do not like the first category you spin
Arctic
on
Giant.
the wheel, you are awarded
Like
one
that
point,
one,
and
too.
if you want to use it, whatever category you then land on, you must take the 5 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. If you don't know
It's
the
right at
answer,
the
you can
bottom,
ask for
so I'm
multiple
not gonna
choice.
grab it.
We'll give you 4 options. One of those is the correct answer. That brings the value of the overall question down to 1
See,
point.
I
Keep in
watch
mind,
comic book
competitors,
stuff.
there is
I just don't know
stealing
shit about 'em.
available in round 2.
Oh,
Jason
well,
Inman,
it's
not
always
only are
next
you the
year.
favorite going into this, not only the current belt holder, you also have a 2-point lead over Mark Donica,
Yes.
so you can determine if you want to spin now or defer to your opponent.
I would like to see how Mark spins first.
Maybe
So, riding that line.
challenging his inner geekdom ability, it seems, with that barb. And here comes Donica. All right. Pretty good spin there.
Definitely.
That
Solid
might even
spin.
impress Jason Inman and his superhero
Oh, I can
abilities.
take a nap while I'm
See if
waiting for it to
Jason's
stop
superhero
spinning.
abilities can make it land on a category that's not so favorable for Donica.
I figure Donica probably aiming for Star Wars, but
Star Wars,
he seems
and
very
I missed the
well
Who
versed.
Said It
He's good at
wedge.
too.
That wedge
Here
was
we go.
fun.
It could be opponent's choice. This could be deadly, Emma. Wow. It hung on there.
Yeah.
Do you want Star Trek, Donica?
I mean, Jason Inman should have used those powers to get himself Star Trek, but
All right, Donica's going to spin again and use his mulligan. I would like to remind the competitor, spinning the wheel is not a feat of strength. You merely need to spin it just enough to where we get a fair assessment of the randomness of the categories.
And so that people don't go,
Not
boo!
a large stuffed animal for spinning it.
It's going
We're
back
back
to Star
for
Trek
break, and
again.
we have the spin.
He's going to
and
get
it
Star
could be
Trek
punch this
again.
time. Emma, it's
No,
gonna be
no,
MCU.
he got MCU.
Okay.
All right.
Donica seemingly
How fitting.
happy with that.
Infinity War,
In the world of
MCU.
the
That's
MCU,
why
Emma
they
Fyfe
put
will be
that match.
administering your
That's why they
questions,
made
Mark
this match this
Donica.
week.
All right.
Wonderful.
Mark, your first question in the realm of the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the MCU, what does SHIELD stand for?
Oh, God. Secret.
Is it A, Supreme Headquarters International
I can't
Espionage
read
Law
that.
Enforcement Division? B, Strategic Hazard Intervention Espionage Logistics Directorate?
Can't read it.
C, Strategic Homeland Interventions Enforcement and Logistics Division? Or D, Strategic Homeland and Intelligence Enforcement and Logistics Department?
C.
See.
That is correct for 1 point.
I'm just so happy he didn't ask you to repeat the options. I mean, that just would have been.
I couldn't read that
Like a
anymore. I'm like,
reaction. You late to the party, kids. So take three.
ahoy!
How about Emma Fyfe?
Huh? Use them binoculars, still
All right,
can't
Very
see
well
it.
done. Very
Thank
well
you,
done.
thank you. That was a tongue twister. Question number 2. What alias was given to Thor by Dr. Selwig in Thor?
Donald Blake.
That is correct for 2 points.
He takes the lead. He's
He
got 3
does.
questions to go in round 2.
All right, question number 3. In 2008's Iron Man, what character paid the terrorists to capture and kill Tony Stark? Gotta reach back. 2008 was a long time
Obadiah
ago.
Stane.
That is correct. For 2
All right.
points.
He's got a 3-point lead.
All right, question number 4. In Captain America First Avenger, Steve Rogers is recruited to perform as Captain America at rallies in order to sell what product?
War bonds.
That is correct for 2 points.
I think he's seen some of these movies, Emma.
Maybe. Just a guess.
Maybe.
And then your final question.
Had to rewatch
what
them all for
charm
Infinity
is
War.
on Natasha's necklace in Captain America Winter Soldier? Just got to think about this one.
Can you please repeat the question?
Yes. What charm is on Natasha's necklace in Captain
Interesting,
America
ask me for a
Winter
repeat there.
Soldier?
Mark Donica has 1 JTE rule remaining.
He does. He might be trying to save it for that final round.
Gonna have to go to 5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice, please.
Is it A, a spider, B, an A, C, an hourglass, or D, an arrow?
An arrow.
That is correct for 1 point.
Very well negotiated, and I
Yeah,
think
that
you
makes
even see
sense.
Inman nodding his head. That was a well played round
It was
by
a
Mark Donica.
Very, very strategically played round. He tried his best to get 2 points on everything, and, you know, instead of simply admitting defeat when he really needed it, multiple choice was there for him.
And a well administered round by you, Emma. And now we go to Jason Inman. Spin the wheel with justice.
All right.
Nice.
So he
Confidence.
did like a little thing with his
He's like,
hand. There's like a little flourish.
There he's got a little bit of a bowler's,
Yeah.
putting a little bit of spin on it.
Little bit
Cody
of top
Hall would
dress
be
on
proud
there.
of him.
Very proud.
Cody
yeah.
Hall, a famous bowler in the Southeast.
Also, maybe Spider-Man.
And here we go. He's going to pass opponent's choice. Doesn't have to worry about that. He could get spinner's choice.
Oh, Lord of the
Hey,
Rings.
Inman thinking about it.
I know this is a category that hasn't always been super strong for him, and he has been studying it.
You wonder the recent
Just spin
short-term memory is
again.
gonna help over the long
Can't get
term.
much worse.
All right,
Spinning
so
away
spinning
from
again.
a
Spinning
string
away
of
from-
Donica is his strategy. This is clearly a guy who's been in these kind of moments before, Emma.
Absolutely. I mean, Jason Inman fought
I
a
think
long,
anybody
hard
would do
battle to
that,
get
though.
that belt in the
That's
first
not
place. So
based
he
on
definitely knows his
experience.
stuff.
Worked on his weaknesses. He watches all of the matches. He knows his craft well.
Even if you get opponent's
See if
choice,
it
you
pays
know where
off
you're going to
for him
go.
here. With the spinner's choice, it's looking like a
Star Wars.
Okay.
All right. So, Jason Inman spinning Star Wars, a preferred category of the Inner Geekdom from what we've seen thus far in the matches. Jason, Star Wars is a movie that takes place in a galaxy not close to us.
And also not now.
Not now. It's actually
So
in
it's the future.
Future, I believe.
That's the one with Captain Kirk in it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Great on that one.
Jason Justice Inman, your
Yep.
first question in the world of Star Wars movies. What was the call sign of Admiral Akbar's ship?
Star Wars has been spun a lot. and
Multiple
we've
choice.
Your options are, is it A, Home 1, B, Home 3, C,
Home 2.
Home 6, or D, Home 2?
They're really creative with their names in Star Wars.
Yeah. I'm with Sam Levine on this one. A.
That is correct.
All right.
I just want
Negotiating his way
to
around.
point out that's the first
Home
hard question we've had this
1873.
entire match.
A very tough question.
He's still crossing that line.
All this time, I thought Admiral Akbar had a Honda Civic. Your next question from the world of Star
Or
Wars
Pontiac
movies.
Grand Am.
Luke is told to not bring what with him because he won't need them into the cave
Your
on
weapons.
Dagobah.
His
You will
weapons.
not need
2
them.
points.
Your weapons. You will not need them.
All right. Your next question. And boy, am I not thrilled to read this one. In the film The Force Awakens,
Okay.
who said the line, "Tell that to Kanja Club"?
That's amazing.
Multiple choice.
That's amazing.
I'd like to point out to the audience, some things are funny, that is not one of them. Your options are, is it A, Razu Quinfi, B, Balatik, C, Delphi Cloda, or D, Tasu Leech?
Is it Balatik?
It is Balatik. We also would have accepted Mark Ellis or Topher Grace. Jason Inman is now within 2 points of Donica, so he could get a correct answer and tie him. He could have the lead going into round 3. We'll wait and see. Your next question. How many TIE fighters are in pursuit of the Millennium Falcon after it escapes the Death Star in A New Hope?
4.
2 more points for ties.
So it's always 2 by 2.
We are tied at 15, so Jason Inman. Now, again, Donica could steal this last question.
True.
He could still go in with a lead, but either way, we're going to get a fantastic continuation of a 5-round heavyweight match. Jason, your last question in the world of Star Wars movies. What is the name of the planet that the Resistance seeks refuge on in the final act of The Last
Oh, what
Jedi?
the hell is that thing?
Crate?
Jason Inman has the lead going into round
Okay.
3.
Oh, that changed nothing. 2-point lead to 2-point lead.
A
Yay!
solid round 2 all around, I have to say. You know, is as much as I question some of the life choices that Mark Donica is making, he is a very good competitor here in the Inner Geekdom
We
League.
both had very tough questions to ask. You had the shield one, I
did.
had the one that hurts my soul, and we move on to round 3, which is known as the betting round. In round 3, the competitors retained their whiteboards that they had left over from round 1, as well as their dry erase markers. What's going to happen is whoever's in the lead is going to spin that wheel, so it's going to be Jason
Not
Inman.
going to spin.
Whatever
He would
category that
rather
wheel
buy a
lands
vowel,
on,
please.
We're going to ask you one question. You can wager points on the category that Jason is about to spin. You can wager 0 points, or you can wager up to 3 points. You get it right, you get that many points. Get it wrong, you lose that many points. Go ahead and spin the wheel, sir.
Let's see if the previously seen Jason Inman powers bring him Star Trek again.
That's right. He's looking for something with the name Star in it. Although he's trying to use that. Is that the Vulcan neck pinch? It could be Lord of the Rings.
Lord
and
of the Rings.
We're gonna
Okay.
stick with Lord of the Rings
No
here for a
Star
spin. I know
Trek.
Emma Fife would
Poor
probably
Jim
wager all
Kirk.
3 of her points. So what we need you gentlemen to do is please keep this to yourself when you do so. Write down the amount of points that you want to wager on the Lord of the Rings category. 0 points all the way up to 3 points. And then please show that to one of our incredible assistants who worked very hard for all those.
So
Yard House
we
table
lose
scraps.
these points, correct?
If you get it wrong, yes.
Great.
All right, gentlemen, in the betting round,
No
your
peeking.
question in the category of Lord of the Rings is, in Return of the King, the giant battering ram used to bust through the gates of Minas Tirith is in the shape of what animal?
All right, so they're gonna have 15 seconds.
Ram
Not
makes
like
too
the
much
round one.
sense,
Yeah.
but
There's so much
It's
more
just
at
there's
stake.
yeah, because you could lose points.
This is a big moment here
It is.
in the match.
Yep.
And then we're going to move on to the speed round. Jason's pen is down, as is Donica's. We'll
Okay.
give him the customary count anyway, and we're done.
5,
Jason Inman,
2,
how many
go.
points did you wager?
2.
You wagered 2 points, and what was your answer?
Is it a dragon?
It is not a
Okay.
dragon. It is not a dragon.
He's down to 15. Mark Donica, how many points did you wager?
2 points.
You wagered 2 points as well. What animal did you have?
A ram.
It is not a ram. It is a wolf. It is a wolf
Oh,
that we are looking
wolf,
for.
wolf,
Doesn't make any
wolf. I was
logistic
looking at
sense.
it the
It's a
whole
wolf, and
freaking
we don't know
time.
if it's as classy
It's,
as the one
there's
that
Hey,
hobbits
2 point lead,
and
2 point lead,
elves.
2
I
point
don't
lead.
think any of it
Nothing
makes
has
sense,
changed.
actually.
It takes place in a land called Middle-earth, as far as I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't actually
Yeah,
exist.
we want to be respectful.
We move on to round 4, where the action gets fast and furious. That is because the Fast and Furious movies are not involved, and it is the speed round.
The Sam Levine
where
round,
each
the Jeremy
competitor
Johns
is gonna
round,
have a
the
buzzer at their
anything
station.
round
As
with
soon as they
people
think they
that
know
are
the answer, Emma,
fast.
they're going to buzz in. Competitors, you have 2 seconds. 2 seconds maximum
2
to get
seconds
an
to
answer. If you get it
answer.
right, you get 1 point. If you get it wrong,
So
you lose a
don't
point.
answer. That
Emma
would
Fike, if
be
you would administer the first question
wrong.
in
Too
the
late.
lightning round.
Matt
Who played
Hatchety.
Legolas?
Jason Inman.
Orlando Bloom.
All right. In Wonder Woman, what is the last name given to Diana?
Jason Inman.
Prince.
In The Empire Strikes Back, who reactivated the hyperdrive on the Falcon during its escape from Cloud City?
Jason Inman.
R2D2.
Good.
Okay, wow, that was a
Okay,
good.
that was good.
We asked the questions fast there too. Let's keep the momentum going. Jason Inman, a 5-point lead. 2 questions left in the speed round. Your next question: who played the Grand Master in Thor? Jason Inman.
Jeff Goldblum.
That is correct for 1 point. And your last question: in the Harry Potter sport of Quidditch, how many points is the Golden Snitch?
150.
That is correct for 1 point.
So Donica
He salvaged himself
recovering
there.
some of the points
Gave
lost,
himself a
but still
chance.
5-point
Can't
deficit
call it
there.
the Jason
Very
Inman
well
round
played
yet,
speed round by
'cause you
Jason
went
Justice
4 out of
Inman, and
5.
I was very impressed with him.
I have to agree. I mean, we see these competitors who have played for so long and have done multiple championship matches. They always kind of have a leg up in that speed round, and but still, there's no denying that Jason Inman knows his stuff and knows how to hit a buzzer.
The experience showing, but Mark Donica
Well,
really
I ended up
quick
being
on the
wrong.
trigger there,
It is
too.
going
Not
to come
quite
down
as
to a
quick as
5-point
Inman on a
question
few of those early ones,
regardless,
and now
so
we
I
move
was
on
wrong
to
about that.
Round 5. This is where we're going to determine who goes home with that thar belt. Each question in round 5 will accumulate points as we continue. So your first question is worth 2 points.
Yep.
Your next question is worth 3 points.
You know
Your
the
last one's worth
drill.
5
Come on,
points.
Inman.
The way we
Pick
determine the
2,
movie category is
and
you guys give us
you
a series of
win.
numbers that range from 1 to 17.
2 equals
So
automatic
Jason
win.
Inman, you're going to be giving us your numbers first because you are currently in the lead. You are also the favorite and the returning champion here. What are your numbers, sir?
1 to 17. Okay, let's go for 1. Let's go for 9. And let's go for 3 because I'm missing one more number for a 1939 first appearance of Robin.
Digging deep, deep into lore with those 3 numbers, Mark Donica.
I'm going to go 2, 17, and 13.
All right, 2,
Well,
17,
now if Donica
13.
wins,
The
it's because he
numbers
picked
are in.
2. And if he
Mark
doesn't win,
Donica,
then
you are
yeah,
gonna
I'm
go
glad
first.
I'll
You
finally be
trail
wrong.
Jason Inman by 5. This is a very doable game. We've seen Stranger Things happen in the Inner Geekdom League, and
We've
indeed,
seen Stranger Things on Netflix
in
also.
its championship
Fun show.
match.
Not
It's a
sponsored.
great show. Stranger Things had a sequel, Stranger Things 2. You selected number 2 for your 2-pointer. Your category is Indiana Jones.
Ooh.
Indiana Jones movies. And your
So
question
Last
is,
Crusade, I'll be fine.
in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which historical figure gave Indiana his autograph?
Hitler.
Hitler.
He is a historical figure. That is 2
Hitler's
points.
laughing
We
at
are
him. It's so
in
bad.
3. So
Oh,
Donica, if he gets this
Doman.
next question correct,
I laugh
then
at
we're
your
looking at a
role
tie
in Star
game,
Wars.
and he's going to force the hand of Jason Justice Inman. Donica,
The
for
only
your
time you will
three-pointer,
ever
you
hear
selected number
Hitler
17,
mentioned in
the last
Schmoedown.
possible number
Hopefully.
you could have, and that's
Hopefully.
Star Wars. Your 3-point
Hopefully.
question is, according to Qui-Gon, what was an odd play for the Trade Federation?
A lot of Qui-Gon Jinn
Use
questions.
lifeline.
Yeah,
Call
many
Ken
words.
Knapsack.
5, 4, 3,
Please repeat the question.
2. According to Qui-Gon, what was an odd play for the Trade Federation? 5, 4, 3,
The blockade around Naboo.
2. That we cannot accept that. We're looking for invasion.
I'd like to challenge that.
You certainly can use your challenge on that. I will consult with my Star Wars experts, the Jedi Council,
It's
right
a
after
very
this.
vague answer.
We're back, and after consulting with a number of creatures from all across this galaxy, we have decided that the challenge from Mark Donica will not be honored. Mark Donica does not gain the points. The question stands as asked, with the answer being invasion. And now we have a situation where Donica needs to get a correct
That's
answer.
a bad
or
miss
Jason
right there.
Inman
You lost
will
everything on
retain
there.
The belt.
Repeat,
Here we go.
challenge,
Mark
and the
Donica,
question.
You selected number 13 for your 5-point question. And that is, in the world of DC movies, your question is, who played Senator Robert Hammond in the movie Green Lantern?
Oh, we gotta bring up that crap.
Just really digging into those movies with green people or things in the title that people might have not seen more than once.
JTH rules left. And we're going to have to give you a count here. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Nope.
1. And
Tim Robbins.
your winner
It is Tim Robbins.
Inner Geekdom champion of the world, Jason Justice Inman. Jason Inman retains the belt. Emma, the answer was Tim Robbins as
It
Jason
was
Inman.
indeed.
A nice handshake between two very
Now, let's
spirited
never
competitors. What a
mention
game
that
was
It
movie
really was.
again.
I mean, you know, you look at that
Again.
round one, and that's got to be one of the greatest round ones in the history of the Schmoedown, certainly in the Inner Geekdom. I mean, again, you could say the questions were easy, but honestly, these competitors both came to play today, and they fought tooth and nail.
And if they thought some of those early questions were easy, the questions really ramped up in the level of
They did.
difficulty as the rounds progressed. And just the degree of difficulty with answering a speed round question, that is really where Jason Inman showed his teeth as a champion for the first time. And Mark Donica threw as many punches as he possibly could. He used his JT rules. He used his challenge. He played a well-managed
It's
game,
true.
just could not quite get over that hump.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Mark Donica knew most, if not all, of the questions in that speed round,
Yeah.
and ultimately it came down to Jason got the up on him in the buzzer, and going into the final round being down by a significant amount, it can affect your confidence.
What is the future of Jason? Who's he going to be taking on next? He'll wait and see. Mark Donica, what's the
Overall,
future
it was
of
a
him in
very
this league
good
with the
game.
Lions
I'll
and
eat
in
a,
general?
I'll eat a
Throw it
little
all
bit of
over
crow
to Jen
saying that
Sturgeon.
Donica didn't have a chance,
Jason
but
Inman,
ultimately
congratulations
it's
on
TKO
defending
victory,
your
so
title. How are
he
you
never
feeling
had a
right now?
chance.
I feel really good because I've now walked into the Schmoedown history books as the only Inner Geekdom player to go 4 matches as undefeated. And now I've tied Hector for defending the title twice. So I feel pretty good.
You were very impressive, especially, I mean, the first round, you guys both were neck and neck, but the speed round, you really
Yes.
took off in the speed round.
Yes.
Do you think that your experience having done this before paid off?
Yes, I definitely think that having touched those buzzers before, you do get a sense of them. But the biggest lesson I learned the last time I was in speed round is try to figure out what the question is before they finish it and beat your opponent. And if you
Try
can
that
do
with your wife.
Yeah. Not every day.
Oh, no.
Force court.
But you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Now, who do you want to face next is the real question.
You know, I'm just going to sit back and let the inner geekdom go back because I
Have a
want
bourbon Ricky?
a worthy competitor because
Or some
Mark Donica
alcoholic
put
beverage?
a hell of a
Do you
game.
Has
think
nothing to do with
since he was
wild
he hasn't
berries.
been around that long, do you think he just didn't have the
Yes,
experience possibly?
exactly. I was saying to Christian a long time that I wanted whoever won both 5-ways to go against the gauntlet of Hector Navarro, Robert Meyer Burnett, and Rachel Cushing, like the big league players of this league, because then I think if you can clear through that, then you deserve to get a shot at the belt. But
What about the 3 big names you just mentioned?
Oh.
Any of them intriguing to you?
You know, I'm very interested to go against Rachel on one-on-one. Like Rachel and I have faced off in 5-ways. I'd love to do that. Hector I've already faced and I've already beat, so I don't need to face him again. And Robert Meyer Burnett I took out in a 5-way in the single, so I don't need to face him either. But Rachel is the real mystery. But also, I'd love to face Mike Kalinowski. I think he'd be a lot of fun. But you know what? Both of them have got to earn their shot because I
no,
sure
Mike.
as damn.
Mike is occupied.
Oof. Well, congratulations
Thank you.
again. We are so glad to have you as our champion.
I'm
and
so happy to be the people's champion. One last
So
thing.
glad to have you as our champion.
I do this for you guys because this is like for all us nerds who love this stuff, who watch these movies. I'm for you. I do not want. This is the year of heroes in the Schmoedown, and I just want to make an offer to all those managers out there. I've defended this title twice now, and no league has recruited me. What up with that? What up with that? There you go.
Once. You defended it once.
I'm looking for offers, and you know, I work for cheap.
Once.
And I got a belt.
Incorrect. Once you defend it twice, then they'll talk.
Thank you so much. Lovely to see you.
Mark Donica, that was a really, really well-fought match, especially for your first title match that you've been in. How are you feeling right now?
I feel like I played an amazing game. I still don't believe that Jason Inman, considering himself a hero, did anything to help his chances. But he should stay ready because I'm coming back as soon as I possibly can.
Who are you going to have to face next, do you think, in order to get back to Jason Inman?
So there's a lot of folks that come to these matches, watch them in the crowd. Yeah, especially seeing a marquee talent such as myself. And there was one person in particular in the crowd that seemed to have a problem with the supposed difficulty level. And that man is Jay Washington. So I'm challenging you, Jay Washington. You and me, inner geekdom. Let's make it happen.
Jay Washington can walk his way into this arena and sit there in the back and chip about what he thinks he knows. But let's get in the ring like you know how to do, Jay. My man Mark is here to challenge you, Jennifer.
Oh, wow. Good luck with that one. Back to you guys.
All right, Jen, so you see quite a lively backstage, I think is an understatement. With Mark Donica, look, I know he's a heel in this league. He's saying some mean things, but he also, you can see underneath the surface a begrudging level of respect.
Did they just pull the Jay Washington babyface turn
Absolutely, and
on
I
us?
think that for me is that glimmer of hope that there is still something of the Mark Donica
You can't have
I once
that
knew
glorious
underneath
thing
all of
be
that.
a
You know, I
fan.
think that
You
Todd
just-
Magnino comes in, and first he got Ken, and now he's got Mark Donica, and I respect that Donica, for all the shade he throws, is able to still acknowledge that Jason Inman is an incredibly strong competitor, and it was a well-won victory.
And for Jason Inman, he's waiting for that next opponent that's going to come and try to take that belt from him. He said as much that he wants to hold on to that belt all year long. He's doing a great job in the early going here as we continue into this season of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Make sure you guys check out the Facebook page, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes. And, of course, check out our Patreon. Please support the Schmoedown Patreon. Become a patron.
Already
You can get
do.
your name mentioned in
You're
here.
welcome.
Check out all the many tiers we have available to you. Miss Emma Fife,
Which
thank
they
you
changed
so
some
much for
of them.
joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Where can the kids find you out
You
there?
can find me all over the internet, wherever Emma Fifes are sold, at Emma Fife.
I am merely Mark Ellis at Mark Ellis Live. We'll catch you guys very soon for an all-new Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Sleep tight.
What's up, man? We got to beat Dan.
Oh,
Nice to
no.
meet you. Welcome to the show, as it is.
Champ lunch.
Look,
Champ-
man,
He's not a
we
champ.
gotta beat Dan
I'm
Moore. I
a
don't know if you
champ.
know that. I know you're new around
I'm a
here.
champ.
He's
Wrestling
Collider.
trivia
It's kind of a
champ.
big
Although
deal.
that will
Dan
be
Moore was
done
one of the
after
biggest,
tomorrow.
heaviest hitting competitors in the whole league, and then I came along, and honestly, he hasn't showed his face since, man. I was born in 1988, so I'm about to turn 30. You know, it's been a crazy run. It's been a crazy run these last 6 months. Yeah. You want my autograph?
I mean, yeah, sure, I guess.
Yeah. You don't have to act so so cool about it, man. You can, I mean, everyone here knows. Everyone here knows, right? Hey, yeah, that's me. Yeah, Merle, fucked him up. What's your name?
Dorian Parks.
Damian Parks. Parks, that's cool. Let's see. He's dead. Love the guy who killed him. Me, right? And, yeah, there you go.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. No big deal there. I'll give you one of this. Oh, yeah, we'll get out of your MySpace. Remember, Merle.
You're not supposed to take the picture with them.
Congratulations on the job.
Damn, Merle sees this. He's gonna be pissed.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time for your Schmoedown breakdown. In Jason Inman's first offense of the Inner Geekdom title, it was
That's
very
right.
tight for the
First offense, Jason. You were wrong.
Separated by only 2 points. But once we got into the speed round, that is when Inman opened up a huge 5-point lead. This would serve to be the deciding factor in his victory. In the final round, Donica was unable to get any momentum as he went 1 of 3. Inman gets his second TKO in a successful defense of his title. Looking at the numbers, Donica played a solid game, going 14 of 20 for a very respectable 70% accuracy. But looking at the champ's performance, he missed just 2 questions out of 20 for an astounding 90% accuracy.
What a shot.
His lifetime accuracy
Top categories,
in the Inner Geekdom
Star Trek.
is the best of all time at an unbelievable 82% correct. If you want to find out other stats from around the league, check out SD Rundown Stats on Twitter. And don't forget to check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on YouTube and your podcast feeds. This has been your Schmoedown Breakdown.
Thank you, Frankie Stats Janish. Okay, that was a pretty that was actually a really good match. Much closer than I was thinking it was going to be. I talked a little bit of trash about Donica on the Reactor Summit this week. I basically said he had no chance, and of course he lost by TKO, so yeah, he did have no chance. But yeah, he held his own for a while. He was able to keep it within that 2-point range for quite a bit of rounds, but then yeah, that speed round did him in. He had no chance after that. It was done deal. But yeah, Jason Inman, he's now 4-1, force to be reckoned with, juggernaut in the Inner Geekdom. Donica calling out my man Jay Washington, the glorious man. Jay, better take care of that guy. Better take care of Donica. That's all I got to say about that. But yeah, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to this Inner Geekdom Championship match. You can follow me on Twitter at WWJTH1. You can join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. And if you can, of course, become a Patreon supporter to the Schmoedown. It's for a great cause. But until then, I will see you on Friday. Until then, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.